Hello again and welcome to Letter from England, broadcasting for AC Press and the Spanish Evangelical Alliance. The recent violent confrontation in the mosque in the North African enclave of Ceuta, which belongs to Spain, has thrown into relief once again the political divisions within the Muslim community there. Both national and local police had to intervene in the main mosque of Ceuta last month in order to stop a mass confrontation caused by bad feeling between the chairman of the Spanish Federation of Islamic Religious Associations, Mohammed Ahmed Ali, and representatives of the Islamic Communities of Ceuta, the grassroots movement that rejects the meddling of the Moroccan Ministry for Religious Affairs in Ceuta's religious life. The mosque of Sidi Mbarek was the scene of the clash between the two rival Muslim groups, and occurred mainly in the prayer room and the outside courtyard. According to eyewitnesses, when Liazid reached the pulpit to deliver his sermon, a group headed by Ahmed Ali, who was declared persona non grata years ago by the Ceuta Assembly on account of his sympathies towards Moroccan territorial claims to Ceuta, broke into the mosque shouting insults. According to the same sources, part of this group was also formed by members of the White Moon Benefaction and Religious Council, and the Moroccan imam who has been in charge of Friday prayers at the mosque since November. He was assigned there by the Moroccan Ministry for Religious Affairs delegation in the neighbouring town of Rincon. The chairman of the Islamic Communities of Ceuta, Larbi Mates, and representatives of the mosque defended Liazid's legitimacy to practice as an imam there and rejected the arguments of those who dissented. This led to a row in the outside courtyard that ended up with the intervention of the police, although in the end nobody was arrested. The imam finished the prayers in front of 500 believers without further incident. 7 police officers guarded the door closest to the pulpit for fear that the aggressors would start throwing objects, and also to prevent people from entering the building and starting a fight. Sources from the mosque demanded the intervention of the local or regional authorities to clarify what the situation of the mosque is, and whether the community should submit or not to Moroccan rules about the election of their imam. The background to this conflict is partly political and of course partly religious, and the two are intrinsically linked, particularly in Islamic thought. Morocco, which is an Islamic state, lays claim to Ceuta, but of course it's owned by Spain. So the Islamic community within Ceuta is drawn in two directions. Some are more loyal to Spain politically, although they remain Muslim in religious belief. Others are drawn more to Morocco and to their Islamic counterparts there. The future of Ceuta politically seems fairly stable at present in terms of political ownership, but the future of the Islamic community within Ceuta perhaps looks rather more conflictive. Thank you for listening as always at emission.net. Goodbye for now.